Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here, and welcome back to United States Pro Wrestling. We've got the band back together here.
Band is back.
No legs.
Wow.
And this is the first United States Pro Wrestling, American Wrestling after the Stars, Stripes, and Slams pay-per-view event. And we are only 2 weeks. That's right, folks. 2 weeks. Hell, I think it may even be 1 week. I don't even know. Like, honestly, I'm going to have to check the schedule. I may have to put it back a day or so. But we are definitely 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, away from our next pay-per-view. Red, white, and blue.
That's a solid guess, even if it isn't.
Red, white, and blue. There you go.
Shit, yeah, that is next week.
That is it. And let's get right into the show. We actually have pre-show and post-show stuff, including this match, which Steve Frehley goes to town on Julius Moore in a minute and a half by pinfall with a Dark Destroyer spear.
It's Frehley.
It's Frehley. Frehley just massacres Julius Moore as we kick off the show. That's what you always want to do. You want to bring the fans in and make them really sad.
Make them just God.
Yeah. 82B plus as we open up, and we Danny Zalewski welcomes us all to the show, and he runs down in the studio a little bit about Stars, Stripes, and Slams, what went down, including Rich Money's big main event win over Chris Caulfield, and Rich Money saying afterwards that he wanted a title shot. He thought he deserved a title shot at, of course, Steve Frehley's United States Pro Wrestling World Championship. We're going to see what Nicky Champion has to say about that, and it's certainly going to be a very what do I want to say? I don't want to say
it's going to be emotional.
It's going to be an easily combustible atmosphere here tonight on American Wrestling. And we move into a 72B minus, in which we see Trent Schaffer backstage after retaining his national championship last night, Stars, Stripes, and Slams against Rick Law. Quick little roll-up victory. As we see Chris Caulfield. Chris Caulfield comes up to Schaffer and he says, Champ, good win last night. He says, one thing I will advise you is stay out of Rick's way for the next little bit. He's a little pissed, not only at you, but at himself. And, that can, when you get in your own head like that, it can make somebody do crazy things. He's like, I may not totally agree with everything you do, but I hate to see anybody get hurt.
Oh, man.
I don't want to get hurt.
Trent Schaffer goes out there in 2.5 minutes, defeats the Running Wolf by pinfall with a heartburn.
Burn.
Bang, indeed. That's a brain buster. The heartburn is a brain buster in my head.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal indeed. And we have Rick Law come down to the ring. He's ready for a fight. Schaffer is like, all right, you want to do this? Let's do this. Law gets in the ring, and then Caulfield books it down a ringside and splits the two up, and kind of, holds Law back and brings him to the back, talks him down as we head to commercial.
Stop the Law, brother.
Yeah, Caulfield stops the Law. And Casey Valentine cuts a promo. He's on his way to the ring. He's got his belt. He's got his glasses. He's got his mic. He talks about how, once again, last night, Stars, Stripes, and Slams, he retained his television championship. He's going to do it again tonight. He'll do it again the next night and the night after. And sooner or later, he's going to have to start defending this at, house shows, at maybe in different companies. Because, honest to God, man, there isn't enough competition here anymore.
Sounds quite fun, no?
Because the age of the big man is over. The age...
over.
Yeah. The age of the big man is dead. And he goes out there with Texas Pete And in 8.5 minutes, he hits him with a deep impact, makes defense number 8 of his title, 65C rating. As once again, Casey Valentine is still your United States Pro Wrestling Television Champion. And 86B+, as all of a sudden, James Justice appears at the top of the ramp.
Oh, man.
And James Justice, has been seen here since the last pay-per-view event there in December. And James Justice says, Valentine, I've heard you come out here every single week talking about how there's enough competition, the age of the big man is dead, blah, 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 blah. Listen, fella, that's only because the management has been cheating you. The management has been cheating you of a real fight. See, they're trying to build up your confidence. They're trying to make you think you're invincible. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a time where all of a sudden you face a real competitor and you realize you're not invincible. Peace, bro. Peace, bro. You've got to hold that up, too. Backstage, we're backstage, and the women's locker room is going crazy. You got Raven Robinson. There's Miss American Pie. Oh God, Missy Masterson and Melody, and they're all arguing, yelling over each other about who gets a title shot against Tiffany Jade. And we have the Ring Generals defeat the Good Old Boys in 2.5 minutes when Dean Waldorf defeats Thimbley Langton by pinfall with a wheelbarrow bomb. Thimbley being quite a busy man, getting both work on Total Wrestling and American Wrestling.
I think I've seen him before.
Yeah, he was the only. They were already a tag team, so I had to use them. I saw them there, and I'm like, yeah, I got to use them. I can't just shoehorn it. But anyways, yeah, picking up the win there.
Can I just say something?
Yep, go ahead.
He lasted a minute more in that tag match than he did against Troy Tornado. That is all the proof you needed to know that Troy Tornado is better than the Ring Generals combined.
I think it's
Troy Tornado put in a better match than that tag team match did.
I think
Troy
it's just
Tornado
because
is better than your entire company. Deal with it.
I think it's just because there was somebody else's ass to kick, not just Thimbley's there. And 44D, so the Ring Generals cut a promo, and they say, if you didn't already know.
Oh, you didn't know?
I'm Dangerous Dean, and that's Marvelous Marv. And we're the Ring Generals. Now, we've come out here. This is our 3rd week here in United States Pro Wrestling. And our current record is 3-0. And everywhere we've gone, whether it be MAW, NYCW, or even the Confederation of the Territories itself, we have been champions. And we're looking to add the most prestigious tag team title in the world to that list, the United States Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Damn.
We have an 85B+ this week, a recap of Star Stripes and Slams and how the Force was preparing for a triple threat match against T-Rex and Tyson Bane, or a handicap match, whatever kind of match it was going to be. We don't totally know. Paperwork wasn't released, etc. And the Titans attacked him backstage, left him bloodied and battered, and the Force is in a matchup next, and is he going to be 100%? And so the Force does come out here, and he does defeat Atlas by pinfall at the full Force, 56C-. Storytelling, the story, of course, being that the Force is clearly hurt. He's clearly not 1,000%. Atlas actually completely takes over at one point, lays out the Force, and but the Force, rallies. He summons the Force and hits a full Force.
The powers of the Force.
Exactly, hits a full Force. Wins the match. And then 90A as the Titans come out, and simply put, the Titans finish the job.
Oh, man.
The Force has to be stretchered out, we follow him backstage. He's loaded into an ambulance. An ambulance takes him off. And, just a tragic night. And then 81B as Law cuts a promo on both Caulfield and Schaffer, in which he says, if it wasn't for Chris Caulfield, I would have kicked Trent Schaffer's ass. I would have made sure that he could no longer carry that little pretty championship around his waist, because he'd be sitting on the shelf. And as he's sitting on that shelf, I would claim that championship for my own, because don't get it twisted in any kind of way. I'm better than Trent Schaffer. Schaffer has dodged me and dodged me and dodged me and dodged me, and the one time I get my hands on him, he rolls me up. What kind of coward rolls another man up to win, to retain a title? And Chris, don't think that I don't hold anything against you, because I would have had his ass if it wasn't for you. But you're my friend. And we're in tag team competition later tonight. And things are going to go as usual. Just remember, the law never forgets.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. So many law puns.
So many law puns.
Colossus comes out in 1 minute and 13 seconds, defeats Ace Youngblood by pinfall with a damnation drop. And then we get a 76B- as the comms put over how dominant Colossus is. He showed up and he's laid waste to everybody. This big monster of a man. And we move into Melody and Raven. They're in the ring, and they both come to the conclusion. They talk to the rest of the locker room, and Melody has her rematch clause, of course. But on the other hand, Raven Robinson has been a benchmark of this women's division for ages now, and they've decided that next week there's going to be a number one contenders match, Melody versus Raven, and the winner will face Tiffany Jade for her United States Pro Wrestling Women's Championship at Red, White, and Blue. And here's the tag team match earlier on mentioned, as Chris Caulfield and Rick Law defeat Charlie Thatcher and Tribal Warrior when Chris Caulfield defeats... It was in 420, also I'd like to point that out. When Chris Caulfield defeated Tribal Warrior by pinfall, the Danger Drop. Rick Law carried the match in terms of performance. Good stuff overall, fellas. Really happy there.
I don't know how Chris is so close to a police officer there without being arrested. He looks drunk.
He does, doesn't he?
Honestly looks like he belongs in CZW.
And so we get a promo from a clearly emotional Enigma. We haven't seen Enigma, same as James Justice. It's almost like I completely forgot about them when booking. But
they're the same person.
No, but Enigma says, Titans, I'm not going to just stand there. I saw what you did to the Force. I think we all saw what you did to the Force. I'm going to let you know that this locker room is going to take it. All right, and sooner or later, you're going to get what's coming to you. And Nicky Champion cuts a promo saying he's going to go out there tonight and he's going to challenge Steve Frehley. He's going to get his title shot because he's Nicky Champion, damn it. And he is USPW.
Oh, yeah.
And Raven Robinson actually has a little bit of a tune-up match as she defeats Miss American Pie in 804 by pinfall with a Nightfaller. Overall, quite good stuff there. I'm impressed. And Robinson cuts a promo on Melody saying, Melody, I'm going to beat you next week. I'm going to go on and beat Tiffany Jade, and I'm going to be, once again, United States Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. Rich Money makes his way down to the ring. Still don't have a theme for him in my head. I was going to get on that. I'll get on it tonight. I will get on it tonight. We move into our main event. 75B- as Rich Money defeats DC Reign in 11:36 by pinfall with a Dollars from Heaven. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. And please end well. Yes, it does. 98A star as Rich Money's in the ring. And he says, Frehley, I beat Caulfield. I beat Reign. I want you. I want your belt. Seek and destroy hits. You got Max out here doing the music for me. Frehley comes down to the ring and he says,
sound guy.
That's just a Met angle, if you ask me. Not even that good.
And he says, Frehley, or no, Frehley actually says, money, I've had a lot of time to think about a challenger. And I've been told I do have to defend my title at red, white, and blue. And, I think I've made a decision about who I'm going to face. Living in America hits. I can't get music for that one. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody sung it in their head. Nicky Champion comes out and he says, "It's me, Steve. It's me.
Champion.
The best there is in this company. You know that me and you, people are going to love that shit. They're going to eat it up. Buy race will go through the roof. Me and you, the ultimate competition, the best in United States Pro Wrestling versus the champion." And Frehley says, "I've made a decision about who I'm going to face." And Rich Money, unlike a certain somebody, he turns and just stares Champion square into the eyes as he says it. Unlike somebody, you've proved yourself. So Money, you've got your match. Red, white, and blue. Rich Money will challenge me, the United States Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Steve Frehley. Boom. We have our first match for Wed White Woo. Wed White Woo. And it will be Rich Money challenging Steve Frehley.
Steve.
And then we actually have a post-show match in which Nicky Champion defeats Dusty Khan in 620 by pinfall with a Hawkeye hammer.
What you guys didn't see was Dusty Khan came out and wanted a title shot too.
And they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you doing?
Who are you?" And 84 B+ overall. Good stuff. I'm very pleased as always. I love this company. I do.
So much love.
I do. I really do love this company. It's Magic Martin Heath. And
this magic moment.
Yeah, and I'll see you guys at the main title screen.
See.
We have emails. That should be our rating. We got a 9.35 rating. Good stuff. I'm very pleased with this. Very pleased with this entirely. Championship Wrestling, of course, probably got a drugs rating. Yeah, because they are really good, if you couldn't tell. And Raymond Diaz is the best brawler in the world today. Overall, though, as I look towards our schedule, our pay-per-view is on Wednesday, week 1 of February. I'm actually going to change that to Thursday just to make sure I can get in that one last final show as we build to the pay-per-view. So yeah, pay-per-views. I'm a pay-per-view pumping machine, and we're gonna build another card for a pay-per-view.
And speaking of pay-per-views, the next episode is my episode, which is my first pay-per-view.
That it is indeed, and
Nuts in Wonderland, boys.
And actually, yeah, we'll get to, you'll get to see the, I don't totally know what I'm talking about. I don't totally know what I'm talking about at all. I'm just gonna cut myself off before I say something stupid or something. I'm just taking a quick look again at these. I've got to push Mick Muscles, which will be weird, and I've got to make sure Chris Caulfield is not garbage.
An asshole.
Yeah. What's Chris Caulfield at right now? Okay. That won't be that hard. Oh, and he's a real good guy to have around too, so.
Delightful
Indeed. How about Mick? Where's Mick? Yeah, Mick will be fine.
I think what was it, 57? He had to give up? Or 51?
65.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got it. In the bag. Anyways, we are looking to build, as always, to our next pay-per-view. I'm actually just going to see how we're doing with pop stuff. Haven't really dropped anywhere. Nope. Good stuff. That's all I care about. As we power towards, once again, American wrestling, and then to our February pay-per-view, red, white, and blue. See you guys in the next one.